Okay, Drew, what are we going to be doing?
So, in honor of Dick Pernecki, we have decided we're going to carve some spoons out of some firewood, which we've got pre-split and ready to go.
Is it going to be steady enough?
Well, you know, Dick was sitting on his and everything. We don't quite have the same situation here, so we're going to clamp ours to the table. It'll make things a lot easier.
So what you got there? Just a regular old...
Just a regular wood clamp. Well, first, just like he did, we're going to draw a picture of the spoon and outline of it on there so that we know where we're going to be working from, and then from there we're going to dig out the spoon. We're going to start creating the outline of the inside of the spoon. Putting some indentations in there will help us chisel it out. We want to just start trying to chisel this out a little bit at a time. Just like Dick was saying, you know, you have plenty of time, at least out there, to do it.
So it's breaking off right on your edge there, isn't it?
Right on the edges.
So what happens if you mess up?
You find a new tree. Now, Dick had some curved chisels, and I couldn't seem to find my curved chisel today, so we're probably going to have a flat bottom in this.
A flat bottom spoon?
As opposed to his that had nice curve
to it. So you're making excuses already, is that what you're saying?
I'm just telling you. It won't look exactly like his.
What would the next step be here?
The next step is going to be to cut out the whole frame of the spoon.
Cut up the frame of the spoon. So is that it there, Drew?
Yeah, it looks like we finished up making our little spoon
So what are you going to do now?
indentation. So we'll be sawing the entire outline of the spoon out here, and hopefully it'll all stay in one piece.
Why are you doing this?
Well, we wanted to leave this on here so we still had something to hold on to when we're doing the rest of the carving and stuff. Now we're going to do a little trick here.
Okay.
Hopefully this will work.
A little trick, huh? You're going to... Oh my gosh. That is so cool.
Now we can do the rest.
Okay, you're right on. You got it right on the curve.
Right on the edge of my spoon. You got it.
Right where you wanted it.
Okay, now I'm going to try gently to cut out this outside edge of the spoon. Yep.
As the tools start flying in Studio A. Okay, we got a complaint from the studio audience.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Rightfully so.
Safety first.
Yes. You should always wear safety glasses when working with tools, even if they're not power tools.
So
something could happen.
Beautiful. All right, Drew, you got your one side cut. What are you going to do now?
Now I'm going to switch it around, do the exact same thing again on the other side.
Okay, Drew, it looks like you got both sides cut out on the spoon now.
Yes.
So what's the plan? What are you
Well,
gonna do?
you know, this spoon is twice as thick as what I need, so I'm just going to cut it straight down the middle and take that one spoon off, and then we can do all the finish work on that.
Okay.
And I'm going to go Dick Pernecki style. I'm not even going to mark it. I'm just going to go straight and see what happens.
Dick Pernecki style. You heard it, folks.
All right. Proto spoon. Just take the chisel and start working my way down.
I noticed you got something in your hand here. What are you going to do?
Well, we're going to try and do a little Dick Pernecki style and chisel out some of this handle with an axe.
With an axe. Seems to work.
It does.
I think it's taking the wood off faster, though.
Way faster.
It seemed like it was even with him.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we give him the benefit of experience.
Exactly. Well, with a worker like me, I'm a chisel guy.
You gonna do a rasp now?
I'm gonna do the rasp now. All right.
So you've got a fairly round.
Fairly round.
That's pretty round.
Yeah, that's not too bad. And you can see if you look straight down here that this lip is a little higher. So I'm just gonna flatten it straight out.
So this lip is higher than this lip? Is that what you're saying? You're gonna make this thing
the same level.
Even?
So we'll see if we can fix this. If you're real careful on this outside edge, you can't use the bigger chisels. You'll just tear it right off.
So what do you use on the inside of the spoon?
I'll probably use some emery cloth.
Now the circular thing, does that help?
That helps you make a rounded edge, actually, as you're doing around. I'm at the final spot. I'm just going to need to do all my sanding and finish sanding, and then I'll cut it off and it'll be done.
It's been almost 2 hours now, Drew, and when you think about it, 2 hours ago, that's what it looked like. And
it's almost looking like a spoon
now,
isn't it?
It almost looks like a spoon. I mean, it really doesn't look like a chunk of wood anymore. All right, Drew, what point are you now?
Well, you know, we did all the filing and got all the rough stuff off there. Now we're ready to do the finish sanding and smooth it all down to be a usable spoon and finish sand the inside of the spoon.
Okay. So how much is it taking off? Is it taking off a lot at this point?
Oh, it's just taking off all the rough stuff on the top.
Okay, what are you going to do in here, Drew?
Oh, I'm just going to clean out some of these little rough edges with the old knife.
Using a Dick Proenneke approved Swiss Army knife?
Yes, this is from the Dick Proenneke collection.
Here's a pencil.
Pencil might work.
Like this?
Yeah, well, let's try that.
Would that help, do you think?
Yeah, we'll see. Let's give her a try.
They had pencils in the day.
They did.
This is kind of the almost finished look.
Almost finished look, yes.
You're gonna cut it off now.
I'm just gonna cut it right off, and yeah.
Okay. So, Drew, what do you got there?
Looks like we got a spoon.
A spoon?
Yes.
Finished spoon.
Yeah.
Looks like you can do stuff with it.
You can do a little.
So we got it pretty much all carved. And is there anything else you're gonna do with this thing?
I'll probably take this home and coat it with some polyurethane, let it dry, and see what it looks like. 1 spoonful, 1 pancake.